Yeah, stop. Alright, guys, what is up? Sorry that we had a little bit of a technical error there for a little bit. But we're going to jump right in with the Blight. I have no idea anything about this character, so we're just going to kind of look at his perks and go over his backstory before we jump into any gameplay. So let's read his 3 perks here real quick. After kicking a generator for the next 30 seconds, the first survivor that interacts with it will scream, revealing their location for 4 seconds and becoming afflicted with the Oh, wow. That's really good. Hex that gains the entity's favor when blood is spilled. When a survivor is hit, pallets within 16 meters of your location are held in place by the entity for 15 seconds. These pallets cannot be pulled down. Oh, wow. He has awesome perks. I mean, that's a hex, but still. Hex Undying, a hex which maintains the vital powers that flow throughout the trial. While Hex Undying is active, survivors within 2 meters of any totem have their aura revealed. That's great as well. Like, you can use, that's a better version of what's it called? The one where you gain a notification for it. Wow, he has some great perks. Let's look into his moves. Pusillus Serum courses through his veins, corrupting his mind and body, yet granting him unnatural physical abilities. Press the power button to quickly rush forward. Doing so consumes a rush token. While performing the rush, the Blight cannot launch an attack. Okay, so he's not like Pig. Rush into a wall or obstacle in the environment to slam into it. If the rush fails to connect with a wall or obstacle, or if the Blight is out of rush tokens, he will enter a short fatigue state and begin recharging the tokens. Wait, to slam. Is he the one that breaks walls or what? I'm kind of confused by that. Following a slam, press the power button to launch a lethal rush. Doing so consumes a rush token. Okay. A lethal rush behaves the same as a rush, except the Blight may launch an attack. Okay. I'm still kind of like a little bit confused, but okay. To understand the human condition, one must rise above it. This was the credo of Talbot Grimes, a Scottish chemist whose unrestrained ambition took him to towering heights. As a boy, he was a popular child, bright, charismatic, and unafraid to challenge authority. Yet despite his social graces, he was fiercely independent, spending much of his time exploring the sprawling fields near his town alone. What began as a child's curiosity nearly turned deadly after experimenting with a patch of poisonous foxglove. For days he lay in bed, dripping with sweat, purging any food that touched his stomach. When he recovered it, it wasn't fear that gripped him, but fascination. There was something magical in how a single flower could drastically affect him. In his adult years, his ambition developed as quickly as his questionable methods. He attended the London School of Medicine and excelled despite several reprimands. His willingness to push the limits secured him a position with the British East India Company, and within 7 years he was made head chemist. In time, he completed one of his greatest achievements, a chemical that could increase a worker's productivity while reducing their need for rest. He was rewarded with a secret laboratory beneath the prison camp on Dyer Island. This is a long backstory. There, off the coast of India, prisoners from the Opium War became his unwilling subjects, leading to a drug that allowed soldiers to withstand incredible amounts of pain. This is kind of sounding like the Russian sleep experiment a little bit. Though most side effects were minor, there were rumors that a small number of soldiers went mad. In feral states, they massacred villages, impaling the populace on bayonets, leaving them hanging from trees. There are no official reports on the subject, and Talbot refused to blame himself for what could only be exaggerated war stories. Though his callous brilliance seemed unflappable, he was ignorant of the enemies his questionable work had amassed. The realization struck him quite literally with a steel pipe to the back of his head during a trip to Mangalore. He was bound and loaded into a wagon when his blindfold was removed. A sickly man showed him a mass grave filled with hundreds of bodies. Unbeknownst to Talbot, his productivity increasing drug had killed nearly an entire factory's worth of workers. He knew he couldn't defend himself against the anger and accusations of his abductor. All he could do was curl up as the blows from the steel pipe rained down upon him. His body was thrown into the grave and left for dead. Shifting between consciousness and the darkest black, he crawled for an escape, fingers sinking into rotting flesh. Black flies feasted on his uncovered skin, the sensation of 100 pinpricks stabbing into him. As he collapsed, he came face to face with a dead woman's dazzling hazel eyes. Too weak to pull away, he could do nothing but witness his life's work. Then, from the edge of death, he was brought back. He found himself on a small bed as a kindly, wrinkled face looked over him. With each pained breath, he was nursed back to health in an ancient mystery school posing as a monastery. In verdant gardens behind tall, unassuming walls, monks studied forbidden texts, striving to expand the human mind in search of other dimensions, believing one to be connected to the other. Talbot's knowledge proved indispensable, his mind-altering chemicals integrating seamlessly with theories of neural expansion. He realized then that his salvation was no coincidence. He was plucked from the pit specifically to advance the school's knowledge. He agreed to help until his recovery was complete, being tasked with researching what the monks called the soul chemical, a compound derived from the pineal gland that could open the mind's eye. What began as a favor to his saviors soon became an obsession. Poring over the school's archives of lost texts, he uncovered scientific formulas that confirmed previously unthinkable ideas. He dreamt of ushering humankind into a new period of enlightenment. Perhaps then the nightmares of hundreds of dead workers and of those two hazel eyes would fade from his mind. As he came closer to a breakthrough, the demeanor of the monks shifted. The gentle smiles they offered were paired with the uneasy eyes that quickly darted away when he was spotted. The polite conversations he was once privy to turned into hushed murmurs. The last thing he would see of the school was the cracked ceiling above his bed, branching like a dendrite through plaster. His next memories were a shattered mosaic of images and sensations: smearing lights, horse hooves on cobblestone, coarse burlap scratching at his cheeks, and sharp bites into his arm. He woke ragged and unwashed, laid on the straw mattress of an opium den. Mind in a dense fog, his first thought was of his notes, the only record of groundbreaking revelations. He searched frantically, scrambling through the dingy basement, pleading aloud for help. The few other denizens looked up from their hammocks, offering nothing but drug-soaked eyes and apathetic gazes that soon fell into half-slumber. Before he noticed the robed figure appear behind him, a needle plunged into his arm, and the world disappeared once more. Awoken again, each time hazier than the last, he tongued at hollow gaps between his teeth. How long, he wondered. A faint memory returned, the soul chemical, his notes, the verge of a breakthrough. A faraway whisper entered his mind. He fumbled with the stone, sharpening it with shaking hands. In the dim light of the den amongst the catatonic occupants, he carved his research from memory into the walls. He wrote for hours until his fingers bled, moving to the floor, taking in everything the voice whispered, despite his inability to comprehend it. When there was nowhere left to write, he gripped the stone and carved the message into his chest. Stained with blood, he witnessed a miracle appear before him, a magnificent field of lush orange flowers. The whispered voice beckoned to him, urging him to enter the field and discover worlds and dimensions beyond human comprehension. For a moment, Talbot felt the sense of wonder he possessed as a child. The denizens of the opium den awoke to silence, the dry scent of smoke still lingering in the air. Shambling out of their drug-hazed fog, they found the stone floor wet with blood, tiny rivulets coursing through the cracks. His eyes adjusted to the darkened room. The jagged lettering scrawled along its length began to appear, written over and over without end. There was but one single line: death is only the beginning. Was that the longest backstory in the game? Because I think it was. Let's pick a challenge I have so we can get a few extra blood points here. Damage regenerator 15 times. Honestly, I have no idea how he plays, so we're just going to kind of figure it out as we go. Obviously, it's going to take a while to get a game, so we're just going to kind of chill right here. His character design, though, looks just awesome. Like, I'm not going to lie. What is his weapon, though? I kind of want to see. An alchemist whose ambition took him to the precipice of madness and beyond. That's a dope-looking face, though. The vestments from an ancient mystery school, now a relic from a time past. An elegant accessory, specially weighted to deliver his deceptively brutal blow. Let's give him a holiday tree. He just looks awesome to me. I mean, like I said, I don't know exactly how his power is going to work or feel, but let's kind of read over it again. Rush into a wall or obstacle in the environment to slam onto it. If the rush fails to connect with a wall or obstacle, if the blight is out of flow. How do you regain rush tokens? Huh. I wonder if you get like a count or anything. I guess we'll just have to see when we get in. It's kind of the bad thing about going in uninformed. You have no idea what's gonna go down. It's not gonna take too long since it only came out about an hour ago. Well, I guess 2 hours now. The download took forever for me. I just have 4,000 coins. I can get one out of. What does this one do? Slightly increases rush speed. Tremendously. Oh, that's the new one. Responding to hatch. Killer shot. I wonder if that's from both. Let's use the demo. Okay. Let's go with this one. Hi. Be quiet down back there, pups. Being a little loud. Now we wait. I'll be right back. Man, I was really hoping that the games would load quicker, but it is not looking like that will happen. While we're waiting, everybody who's watching, go check out triumphchairs.com, and if you want a chair, I usually advertise the RGB chairs. They're the best looking to me. Use the code LegacyGaming for 10% off your order. It helps the stream out, it helps you guys out. They're great chairs. If you're looking for something that supports your lower back instead of most gaming chairs, they're the way to go. Like I said, Legacy Gaming, 10% off. Helps us, helps you. Not much else to say, guys. Come on, it's gotta be like 2 more minutes or so before we get a game. It can't be too much longer. I mean, he's a lot different than, like, I'm guessing most people expected, because he doesn't really transform or anything. I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of see how he plays, see what happens. Is that his tongue hanging down, or is that like a flower? I'm confused. What is that? That's nasty. Lydia. Hey. Lydia. I'm pretty sure it's already been 2 minutes and we're still on that one. I wish they would put the practice mode in with bots so you could just practice new killers, but I'm not sure when that's supposed to be coming out. I probably should have put in for a game when I started reading the backstory and power. Probably would have been a good idea. We've got to at least be close. I wonder how long the rush lasts. Does it say anything about that? I wonder if it's just like Billy where you can run anywhere, but I guess it's a rush, so it wouldn't be like a sprint for very long. Okay, so you recharge the tokens. Got it. Is this terror radius right here? 4.6, 32. Wow. So I'm guessing you just kind of, I don't really know. I mean, I'm guessing that his rush attack is just like the pigs, but no, no. Is the PTB not crossplay? Because I would like to get any kind of game. Oh, I guess you can't play PTB against console. My bad. Which is kind of annoying. I wish they'd put the PTB. There we go. I wish they'd put the PTB on console so I didn't have to switch over to PC just for once every few months. Really? I'm guessing that's the new, that's the new Survivor. I wonder how fast you're getting Survivor games right now. Definitely gonna get trashed on, but like I say before, well, I guess before the only PTB I've streamed, we're not going for kills, we're just trying to learn how to play, techniques, stuff like that. If we get kills, we get kills. If not, we don't. I'm playing against higher level PC players against a brand new killer with no add-ons. It'll be alright. And I also haven't been playing Dead by Daylight very much lately either, so it's kind of hard to just jump back in against high ranks. Ash, quit. I don't know what he has, but Lydia, hey. Are we in one of the new maps? Oh, one of the redone maps. Yep, we are. Ooh, generators look new. Everything looks new and nice. Oh, hella lag. There's always lag in the PTB. Dude, I got some nasty fingernails. Alright, this is annoying. We're almost not going to be able to play. Oh. So you have to hit a wall and then reactivate it? Really? That's weird. So you get 5 charges though. What? How did I miss? God, I hate playing PTB. How do you even use, like, I'm so confused how to use this. Oh my god. Can you, like, chain rushes together? No, you can't. Where did she even go? And it's not an easy to control thing either. Alright, so I guess you kind of can chain them, but you have to... That's so... I don't know how they ever thought this was a good killer idea, but okay. Thank you. Like, this might be the dumbest killer ability I've ever seen. Like, you're gonna waste this awesome design with, like, such a stupid ability? I don't know. You can't even control it very well. Like, if it was easily controlled on the run, like, I would understand that, but it's not. And you don't get, like, a large dot, like, I don't know. This might be my only game with him just because, like, I can't stand this design. This ability design. Plus the lag doesn't help. Yeah, like, it's harder to control than Oni's run. Like, there's no point. It's not an insta-down if you hit somebody. Like, there's no point in it. This is just stupid. Hopefully they change his entire ability set before he actually comes out. Oh my god. Like, you can see how high my sensitivity is. And you still can, like, barely turn that. Like, I don't know. This is just stupid to me. We're just gonna mouse one. See, the fact that you have to regen for that long, if you just stop, is also, like, I don't know. I don't understand why they made this killer. Like, they could have done so many other things. You have to regen with the syringe after the hit? What the fuck, behavior? What kind of stupid ass design did you give us? Like, this is even worse than I thought. It's already hard to hit, plus you have that long of a fucking regen? You just bounce around like a fucking pinwheel. Yeah, you have to still wipe off your weapon and then regen with the syringe. Like, what? And like, the graphics aren't even really better. It's still the same, they're just redesigns. I was not paying attention. I got a notification on my phone. Awesome. So, and it catches that much? Like, I wasn't even close. Like, I could have fucking slid right past that and it still fucking hit over and over. What the fuck? But that didn't count as a hit. Okay. This is definitely going to be my only game with him. Yeah, just because the character is horrible doesn't mean I can't get a basic hit on you. Oh, the fucking lag. Are you shitting me? Jesus. Did that dude really leave him? I think he went back, yeah. Damn. Jeez. How horrible. How did I get brutal? This is just kind of like an embarrassment on their part of how badly this character is designed. Like, let's look at some of the add-ons real quick with the few points we got, but like, wow. Let's jump into Blood real quick. We got moderately increases rush speed, which is already nearly impossible to control. So that's just ridiculously stupid. What do we got? Displays the target location with slam, automatically face the nearest survivor after slam. That's not horrible, but still. Like I said, that's going to be my only game, because unless they fix him, I can't stand him, and I'm not going to play him on console, so it doesn't really matter to me. It's just kind of showing you guys what he looked like, what he played like, his backstory. But I